Serious, what can you do while in high school to help your future? If you're thinking about going to college, apply for one scholarship every day until you start college. After you've done a few, you can start reusing most of the essays they ask for. A couple $100 scholarships start to add up really fast. Learn to not take yourself so seriously and to actually enjoy life. Learn to make a plan. If you wander aimlessly without a plan or goal, you will go nowhere in life. Although schools out for some are born to be wild, DTC songs are a big lie. If they have a program to dual enroll, take college classes while in high school, do it. Learn a language. In school they use awful methods of teaching. Actually learning a language and being fluent is difficult, but nowhere near as hard as it is made out to be. Plus, we'd love to see you over at our language learning. 1. Get a job. 2. Volunteer. 3. Join a group like International Toastmasters to learn social skills. 4. Take app classes. 5. Take free courses like Coursera in your interests to better prepare you for college and or the career you are interested in pursuing. Get yourself in good study habits so you've already developed the skill when you reach post-secondary, if that's what you choose to do. I have friends who slacked off, missed classes, never studied all throughout high school because your grade doesn't matter. But once they reached college they couldn't break out of that habit and failed a lot of their classes. Or they had forgotten how to study entirely. Learn how you function as a human being. Study the functions of the brain. Study evolutionary psych to put it in context. Study the origin of various religions to see past the floating man in the sky to what actually makes it also worth while invaluable enough to pass down verbally through thousands of years. If you do this you'll be less frustrated with your own mistakes, and you'll brush off the annoying hurtful behavior of others much more easily. Dealing with people is the game. So study that first, and then the added layers of social and economic responsibility. Honestly, do some app classes, and do OKU work. Learn Latin. If you want to do higher education it will help anything you do. It stretches the brain, and opens it to logical thinking. Take a math and or science elective. Get a job. It was one of the best experiences I had growing up, and I highly recommend it. I wasn't a very good student, but I was very good at my job. It was just the confidence booster I needed. Your mileage may vary, but I really think it's important for young people to build experience and references. Realize that any plans you have for your life can drastically change, and that is absolutely okay and 100% normal. Don't stress about things too much now, and keep your mind open. You never know what opportunities will arise, or what new thing catches your fancy. Depends on your studies. If you think college isn't the right choice for you, plan ahead and find yourself a part-time job till you graduate, then go work. Also, workout is important. Even if you don't get laid, guys catcalling girl having a strong physical appearance, believe it or no, can give you a good first impression on job interviewer or just anyone in general and prone to getting bullied. That's all I got for you. Best of luck M24. If your school has it available, enroll in a CTE course. They prepare students for high demand careers with a depth of learning that builds skills you'll actually use. I was super interested in cars. My school offered a automotive tech CTE course. I took it, mastered my interest, and I'm now an AS certified mechanic out of high school. Seen a lot of people talk about money management, but to go into a little detail from personal experience. Don't buy things unless you can really afford them. I bought a motorcycle or two in college, and after that, even though I was able to pay all my bills, that was it. I lived paycheck to paycheck. I have gotten past that and doing better, but when I think back to that, I really wish someone slapped me over the head before I bought my first one. This will probably get buried, but there's so many people who want to help, but teenagers don't want to ask. If you're one of those teenagers, ask your teachers, your guidance counselor, your coaches, your employers, your friends' parents who have jobs or run businesses, your parents' friends, everyone. Here's the thing, grown-ups love to help young people. Have a conversation about your prospects, give guidance about careers, write a letter of recommendation, hire you for the summer, or basically any little thing they can do that will give them that warm, fuzzy feeling that they are helping the next generation of kids along. It's a real thing. Exploit it to your advantage. Read more. Read everything you can get your hands on. Your homework, like seriously, it can help you figure out ways to do stuff that's fast, enjoyable, and efficient for you. I'm still figuring this stuff out myself. Be yourself and make good friends who you actually like. Don't worry about whether they are popular or cool. If they make you laugh and you enjoy being around them, hold on to those people. It gets a lot harder to make friends the further along you go in life, and having people who have known you for decades will be super valuable down the road. Volunteer doesn't matter what. Doing something for nothing has a lot of intrinsic value. If you have mental health issues, seek help now. Don't just assume they'll go away on their own. It might be intimidating or overwhelming to make the first step getting help, but it's worth it. I could have spent so much more time being happy and stable had I gone to therapy and started medication when I was 15 as opposed to 25. Get involved in sports, clubs, volunteering, etc., but only do it if it interests you. Having something you're passionate about and truly love will shine through in an essay interview application. Think about what you want to do long term and what will make you the most money, but will also make you happy. Do a bunch of volunteering and shadowing different professionals to get a feel of what you want to do and to get ahead. Start super early so you for sure get into whatever school you want, and you're set. I'm old enough and actually was thinking about this wisdom while driving home. Invest in Yahoo, Google and Microsoft. You're too small to play in any major sports league, but always try your hardest in everything you do. Amanda isn't really into you, dude, but if you invest in Yahoo, Google, and Microsoft she would be. Make friends, or at the very least contacts. Trust me, it helps. In college right now, journalism, I need to interview doctors, other journalists, all kinds of people, so it helps to know people. Learn another language, like seriously, the world is changing, and being more international. Volunteer. I got into schools and got jobs that were probably out of my reach because I was and am a volunteer fireman. Join clubs and extracurricular. Getting a job in a certain field with no professional experience is easier if you have some sort of voluntary experience. Seeing that you want to do this makes them more interested in you. I'd say the most important thing is to explore your passions while you have the free time. Join clubs because it'll look great on your resume. I've been told you should start a club, egg politics, debating etc. My teachers tell me it shows you have a genuine interest. Get a CR card, buy stuff and pay it off. Like buy your gas. I had to build my CR much later in life and I wish I had the groundwork set when I was 18 instead of 28. All of the others are great replies and seriously, listen to them. But also, take some time to find what you love and explore new things. I grew up where I was so sheltered that at 25 I'm now figuring that stuff out. Be open-minded and excited about new things. Adventure to new places if you can. Even if it's a camping trip to a cheap new place. Just explore you before you make big decisions, and know that you can always change your mind. Learn a second or third language. Seriously, it helps with job prospects. Volunteer. Volunteer a lot. Volunteer with your friends. Volunteer with family. Find places to volunteer and volunteer for things you're passionate about. Not only does it show that you're a well-rounded individual, but I met a lot of great people through volunteering that live in all different states. No matter where I go, I have a friend somewhere near there that I volunteered with. I also received a hefty scholarship to my university for my volunteer hours. Do sports so you can put them on your resume. From personal experience, learn responsibility. Responsibility will make or break your life, and I'm not just saying that. In high school I figured I was always smart and on top of things without realizing that in reality I was only as responsible as the next student and that school teachers just hold your hand through everything. Reality is that high school is not realistic. Teachers in the school hold your hand and make kids think they are smarter and unique than they really are. Had I been more responsible I would have graduated 2 to 3 years earlier and saved thousands of dollars. Focus on being responsible in your studies, punctuality, and just everyday stuff. Sports. Any sport but best, if contact and team sport. Learn hard work ethic and how to develop good friendships. While you're looking at colleges, assuming that's your planned route, also look at internships. Looking back, a solid internship would have served me far better than my degree ever has. Learn to cook simple dishes, if possible for you to do so. Being able to cook when you are on your own is healthier and will save a lot of money. Best decision of my life was taking post-secondary classes in high school. If you're near a university, many states will pay for you to take university classes, where you earn dual CR towards both the degree and your high school requirements. Most college gen ed classes are easier than their high school app equivalents from what I've seen. Exercise. Honestly, keeping in shape in high school guarantees you won't be picked on in rougher schools and stops you damaging yourself young. You have the time to, and you may even make friends in the school gym, which secures friends and at least 1 or 2 lifelong friends. It's a beneficial way to spend your time, and outside of that you are more likely to enjoy your childhood by staying active. Not to say, being out of shape will shut you out from society, but being more attractive physically makes you more approachable, and is a gateway for people to get to know you and your personality. High school means nothing. Discover yourself. Avoid being an introvert, and this is coming from one. Communication skills are very important, especially when needing help from teachers or recommendation letters. Eventually this will help out. If you're planning on going to college, take as many app level classes as possible. I started college with 9 CRS because I passed 3 app tests. One app test costs around $80. One college class can cost between $2,000 to $5,000 depending on the university.